Have you ever found yourself sitting at home, flipping through the same old channels, and suddenly realizing that the days seem to blend together? Maybe you've noticed that the phone doesn't ring as often as it used to, or that your calendar isn't as full as it once was. Retirement can be a wonderful time of freedom and relaxation, but it can also bring a sense of isolation if we're not careful. If you've ever felt that pang of loneliness or wondered how to fill your days with more meaningful connections, you are not alone, and you're in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about something that's close to my heart and, I'm sure, to yours as well, staying social and connected in retirement. It's easy to think that as we get older, our social circles naturally shrink, but that doesn't have to be the case. In fact, staying connected with others is one of the most important things we can do for our happiness, our mental health, and even our physical well-being. Studies show that people who maintain strong social ties tend to live longer, healthier, and more fulfilling lives. And the good news is, it's never too late to build those connections. In this video, we'll explore 5 simple yet powerful ways to stay social and connected, no matter where you are in your retirement journey. Whether you're newly retired or have been enjoying this chapter of life for years, these tips will help you feel more engaged, more vibrant, and more connected to the world around you. So, let's dive in and discover how you can make your retirement years some of the most socially rich and rewarding of your life. Let's start with the first way to stay connected, joining a club or group. Now, I know what you might be thinking, clubs are for kids, or maybe for people who have a lot of free time. But hear me out. Clubs and groups come in all shapes and sizes, and there's something out there for everyone, no matter your interests or energy level. Maybe you've always loved gardening, or perhaps you're a whiz at cards. There are gardening clubs where you can share tips and maybe even some of your homegrown tomatoes with fellow enthusiasts. If you're into games, there are bridge clubs, mahjong groups, or even chess meetups where you can challenge your mind and make new friends at the same time. But it's not just about hobbies. There are also groups focused on learning, like book clubs or discussion groups, where you can dive into fascinating topics and share your thoughts with others. And if you're looking for something more active, consider a walking group or a low-impact exercise class. The key is to find something that sparks your interest and gets you excited to show up. Not only will you be doing something you enjoy, but you'll also be surrounded by people who share that passion. And that's where the magic happens. Those shared interests can lead to deep, lasting friendships. Now, I get it. Stepping into a new group can feel a little intimidating, especially if you're not used to putting yourself out there. But remember, everyone in that group was new at some point, and most people are incredibly welcoming. Start small if you need to. Maybe attend a meeting or two just to observe, or bring a friend along for moral support. Before you know it, you'll be looking forward to those gatherings, and you might even find yourself taking on a leadership role. The important thing is to take that first step. You'll be amazed at how quickly you can feel part of a community. Alright, now that we've talked about joining a club or group, let's move on to another wonderful way to stay connected, volunteering in your community. Volunteering is like a gift that keeps on giving. It not only helps others, but it also enriches your own life in ways you might not expect. When you volunteer, you're not just filling your time, you're making a difference, and that sense of purpose can be incredibly fulfilling. There are so many ways to volunteer, and you don't have to commit to a full-time schedule to make an impact. Maybe you'd enjoy reading to children at a local library, or perhaps you'd like to help out at a food bank or a community center. If you have a particular skill, like knitting or woodworking, you could teach a class or mentor someone who's eager to learn. And if you're an animal lover, consider volunteering at a shelter. Those furry friends will be thrilled to have your company, and you'll get plenty of love in return. One of the best things about volunteering is the people you meet. You'll be working alongside others who share your values and your desire to give back, and those shared experiences can forge strong bonds. Plus, volunteering often puts you in touch with a diverse group of people from different backgrounds, ages, and walks of life, which can broaden your perspective and enrich your social circle even more. And let's not forget the health benefits. Studies have shown that volunteering can reduce stress, boost your mood, and even lower your blood pressure. It's a win-win. You're helping others while also taking care of yourself. So, if you've been thinking about volunteering but haven't taken the plunge yet, now's the perfect time. Start by looking for opportunities in your community. Check with local organizations, churches, or even online platforms that connect volunteers with causes. You might be surprised at how many options are out there, just waiting for someone like you. Now that we've covered joining a club or group and volunteering in your community, let's think about how we can nurture the relationships that are already close to our hearts, those with family and friends. Staying connected with loved ones is one of the most meaningful ways to enrich your retirement, and it's easier than you might think, even if they're not right next door. But we'll dive into that in just a moment. Okay, I get it. Technology might not be your first love, especially if you didn't grow up with smartphones and apps. But hear me out, it's one of the easiest ways to keep in touch with the people who matter most, no matter where they are. Imagine seeing your grandkids' goofy grins on a video call or catching up with a friend who moved across the country. It's like magic, right? Here's how you can make it work for you.